Hello, this is David Dean, and I'm here to basically try to help everybody to get ready for Challenge the Horde, which hopefully will be coming out. People are guessing different things. They're hoping that the end of the 4.0 current event that's going on in Battle Royale is over, I believe in about 2.5 weeks. Hopefully right away 5 will drop. Don't know if that will or won't happen, but when I ran Challenge the Horde the first time, there was definitely some things I wish I knew beforehand, and I wanted to start passing that on to you. Also, Morgan over at Split Screen does great videos. He just put out a video about heroes he recommends to get ready to basically use in the beginning of Challenge the Horde. I will be making my own comments on heroes on this video, but you should definitely check out his information as well. And the big deal about Challenge the Horde is that when you start it out, you're going to be going into low-level missions, and you will have nothing out of your backpack. So all this stuff I have saved up here, 158 different types of items, I will not have when I go into a mission. You have a separate skill tree with Challenge the Horde, and that skill tree, as you progress in it, you will get more and more materials when you first enter a mission. But since your first missions are very low-level missions, the issue I had when I first went into it on my other account when it first came out, I got into, I think it's like a level 5 or 8 level mission. My character was already level 80 and had all 4-star traps. So when I got into the mission, it gave me the materials of 1-star materials. So I wasn't able to craft any trap except for a healing pad, simply because I couldn't recycle it, and so I still had it. So one thing you're going to want to do, and I've already started doing this, is saving up some 1-star traps to be able to use in the first part of Challenge the Horde. When you go in there, as you can see on the crafting, you will be getting, 1-star materials like rough mineral powder. You will not be getting charblack mineral powder until you progress further in it. So you definitely want to grab some low-level traps and hold on to them. And I'm going to try to grab maybe 2 or 3 of each type, so I can have 1-star, 2-star, and 3-star, just depending on how much I can actually afford to level up. And then once I get it, like here, got 1-star. I haven't been leveling it up or putting any experience to it yet because I'm hoping to get a legendary before the event starts. But on the day the event starts, and I'm saving up schematic XP, I will take this up and keep it 1-star, but make it level 10 over here, so that I can get the level 5 and level 10 perks on it, just making it as powerful as I can for those early missions when they're only giving me the 1-star materials for constructing things. This becomes even a bigger deal over in your weapon selection. This can get really ugly because you just got to make sure first you have weapons. Hopefully you have a few 1-stars that you held on because you wanted to level them up eventually and just haven't done so. And there's definitely some, like the Tiger. I leveled it up on my other account, but not on this one. Really, this one is definitely one I look forward to using. And once again, I will be leveling that up to level 10 when the mission comes out. And one thing on this, for 1-star material, or actually for all legendaries, you need active power cell for weapons, except for the bazooka or RPGs and grenade launchers. So on here, you want to have not only a legendary weapon that you would enjoy using, but also a epic one, because the epic one does not require the active power cell. It requires the rotating gizmo. And so that way, no matter what materials you get, you can craft at least one of those weapons, or craft multiple weapons. You also want to pick out weapons that have different crafting materials. As far as, like I said, I wanted the Tiger. All right, so it's using rusty mechanical parts and copper. Let's see. And another one I wanted to go with was my long arm enforcer. That one uses different materials as far as rough mineral powders. Since you don't know what you're going to have when you go in, you definitely want to have different types of weapons as much as possible when it comes to the crafting items and to what ammo it uses, because you're going to be running out of ammo, and if you just happen to choose 3 weapons to level up and they all use light ammo, you run out of light ammo, you're just out of luck. So that's one thing you want to be looking at on here, is different ammo type, different crafting materials, and what you have for your first 2 perks on this, level 5 and level 10 perk, and make that your 1-star first area weapons and traps to be using on that. And thank you, Adrian65, for your comment. Love the videos, keep up the good work. Been teaming up with him 2 or 3 times today. Really good player. But just to let you know about that. And also, since the bazookas, grenade launchers, and the RPGs do not use the active power cell or the rotating gizmo, you would also really want to have one of these ready to go. And like this one would be great. Double crit chance at level 5 and 10, and just easy crafting materials to have. And same thing, there was definitely times where I did not have the right materials or ran out of ammo, so even with my soldier, sometimes I was pulling out a melee weapon to go around. So make sure you got one weapon. I think I'm going to go with my Dragon Fist I get from the spring event. It uses stringy twine, which not many things use, and I seem to recall always having extra stringy twine. So it's definitely to be good using material, or using weapons that use materials like that. But just wanted to give you a heads up. Don't do what I did and go into the event and have nothing but 3- and 4-star traps and weapons in your inventory. Make sure you have some 1-star and 2 stars. Otherwise, you're going to be out of luck. And also, I had the problem on my account where half my traps I had put them to 5-star, and the event gave no 5-star materials at all, so I was just out of luck with those traps for the entire event. And going over to with heroes, as I was talking about before, and actually the best place for this is probably hopping over to the collection book. And also the Challenge the Horde is supposed to come out in 5.0, and being able to pull stuff out of your collection book is supposed to come out in 4.5. So hopefully that will be here. Well, it definitely will be here sooner than the Challenge the Horde event, and you can start pulling out some of your heroes. But really, for this event, like I said, this event is centered around giving you very few materials, kind of putting you into a panic mode into the building and combat, which I absolutely loved. And so for heroes, I really wanted to, or I'm going to focus on heroes, which I love, ones that focus on ability damage. Because if you go with somebody, like the Survivalist, who is absolutely great with a weapon, great, you're firing off tons of shot, that's where he gets, and he does great damage with his weapons. But since you're limited on your resources to build weapons and limited on your ammo, there's a good chance your character will not be firing for the entire attack, or because he's simply going to run out of materials. There's other heroes, like the Urban Assault, that actually kind of goes 50-50. She is good with a weapon, definitely does great damage, has a bunch of perks, but she also has Frag Grenade with Keep Out, which leaves a lingering energy field doing more damage, and her grenades are absolutely killer. So for her, it's kind of a 50-50. And then you get other heroes, like right now I'm running Carbide, who is totally focused on doing ability damage. He would be absolutely a great in the beginning levels of Horde Bash, also known as Challenge the Horde. Moving on to Constructors. For ability damage, actually, Plasma Sentinel is really good for that. She focuses on Decoy and on her Plasma Pulse, but she's not all that great when it comes to having a good Constructor base. And probably the best one out there is between, mainly in the early levels when you have a smaller base, is between Power Base and Hot Fixer. Power Base has the power, and this is kind of the one, oops, clicked on the wrong one, my apologies. His main power, and any constructor that has this power, is one that you would definitely want to use when doing Challenge the Horde, or have at least one of these guys on your team. Recycling. For every 3 building pieces of the same material, base generates 1 of that resource type every 60 seconds. And it just keeps continuing on. The base can store a maximum of 450 of each resource. As I said, the main part of Challenge the Horde is them giving you very limited resources to start with. This guy is absolutely great at generating resources, and his base goes out 7 tiles, covering a large area, and he also has it so it regenerates structures, repairing them on their own. Now, in the beginning, when you have a much smaller base you're defending because you don't have as many resources, actually Hot Fixer really shines, because not only does he have the recycling, he has the hyper threading, improves efficiency of base recycling. 1 resource is generated for every 2 connected building pieces, additionally increasing the storage capacity to 900 for each resource. So this guy can bring in a ton of resources. The only thing is his constructor base covers a smaller area. I believe, let's see, 1 and 2. So it looks like his constructor base goes out 5 total tiles. It starts out with 3. He has automated defenses to increase it to 4. And then Big Brother increases base connectivity by 1 building piece out to 5 pieces. Where Power Base, he doesn't have this second improvement to base recycling, but his base goes out 7 tiles. So later on in Challenge of the Horde, Power Base definitely ends up being the better constructor for that. And yeah, any constructor who has that recycling ability, I would definitely recommend. For ninjas, once again, you're focusing on ability damage. And usually that comes down to the dragon. The dragon actually does just tons of damage with his dragon slash. But the Shuriken Master also is pretty good with her throwing stars. It's just up to play style there. And then Outlanders, when it comes to ability damage, yeah, definitely the Enforcer with the Grizzly Bear and all the perks he gets to his Grizzly Bear. As I said, a lot of this event is about gathering. If you enjoy going around and gathering as fast as possible and actually using the stuff you gather to help build trap tunnels in the fort and everything, then characters like Recon Scout and Pathfinder are absolutely great. A lot of people, I kept having the problem, we get a Pathfinder in the group, and they would collect all these resources and then hold on to them thinking they could use it in future missions or in their Storm Shield defenses. No. Whatever you gather during Challenge the Horde running of one of their events, it goes away at the end of it. So whatever you're gathering, make sure you're passing that on to the other 3 people in your group and building as much as you can as fast as you can, which is what this Challenge the Horde is all about. It really is, in the almost 1 year time that Fortnite has been out. When you do it correctly, it was absolutely the most fun I've had in the game for Fortnite. It is also where if people are doing it wrong, it is a horrible experience that you just want to end as soon as possible. So, and that is why myself and other people, I'm sure A1 Get This Money is going to be putting out some videos, and he has some videos from the original event. And I think that's where I discovered A1 Get This Money and started watching his videos, because he had some good information out there on it. But yeah, definitely, as I stated, find some weapons you want to use at the 1-star level and at the 2-star level and 3-star level. I did not. Some people recommend, well, just use one weapon, and as you progress through the levels, you can just keep starring that one up. But I would keep going around up and down the levels to help people out. Also to fill out my skill trees, as you will see, if they do it anywhere close to what it was before, you're going to progress up in level faster than you're going to complete the skill tree. So a lot of people were more worried about getting up into higher level ones faster, which meant that their skill trees weren't all the way completed, and then they'd have to go back down to complete them out. But no, that's just some advice I got for you for the upcoming event. Looking forward to it. I got a lot more weapons than I've been able to level up, so now I can have some fun playing some ones I really wanted to, like the Long Arm Enforcer. I would love to play the Room Sweeper, but that thing just wastes ammo like crazy. And the Spectre, which I really want to play and look forward to. So there you go. Let's see on this. For weapon recommendation, Night Lance or Deathstalker is absolutely great. It is an assault rifle with a scope. It fires long range. It also fires medium bullets. I love the Dragon Pistol. It is great for taking out Husky Husk and Smashers. Just does massive damage. And also the Whisper 45. This is just a great pistol, uses light ammo, great for doing headshots, and that's about it. So take care and have a great day.